Okay, good evening, everyone. Uh, Basically, कुछ दिन पहले हमने एक सेशन किया था. We had done one session on single premium, the power of single premium, and that session was about how one can achieve, in fact, easily achieve MDRT with the help of single premium. Because the plans, हमारे पास जो plans है, जीवन अक्षय, जीवन शांति, ये plans है, I think they are unbeatable. Nobody can match those. तो उस तरह का सेल होना चाहिए. That is what I was thinking. And in that session, Mr. Bharadwaj, he had attended that session. I really like his passion and somebody who wants to learn on every step. So he attends a lot of sessions. So he attended that session. और लेकिन उन्होंने जो inputs दिया as a participant, whatever inputs he gave, they were tremendous. And in fact, I was shocked and I learned from his whatever he said. So many things I learned from whatever he said. So I thought बाद के बहुत सारे लोगों ने फिर मुझे बहुत सारे एडवाइजर्स ने मुझे फोन किया कि आई वांट टू स्पीक टू मिस्टर भारद्वाज, आई वांट टू आस्क हिम फ्यू क्वेश्चंस, हम उनको कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं, हमारे कुछ डाउट्स है. तो आई थॉट नो, आई शुड नॉट डिस्टर्ब हिम. लाइक पीपल आर कॉलिंग हिम अगेन एंड अगेन, आई विल बी डिस्टर्ब बिकॉज ही इज टोटली फोकस्ड ऑन व्हाट ही इज डूइंग. तो मैंने उनको रिक्वेस्ट किया कि कैन वी हैव अ सेशन, कैन वी हैव अ फ्री सेशन ऑन यूट्यूब वेयर यू कैन एक्सप्लेन हाउ यू गॉट 2 करोड़ प्रीमियम. आप एक्सप्लेन करो आपने 2 करोड़ प्रीमियम किस तरह से लाया. एंड लेट पीपल एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन, लेट पीपल आस्क यू क्वेश्चन सो दैट दे विल ऑल्सो बी सेटिस्फाइड इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हाट शुड बी डन. और आपको भी उनसे मुलाकात होगी. एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ ही टॉकिंग टू एवरी वन वन बाय वन, इट इज बेटर ही टॉक्स टू एवरी वन टूगेदर. इसके लिए मैंने ये सोचा और उनको मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया कि आप प्लीज आइए और यू एक्सप्लेन हाउ यू what you did so that you got 2 crore rupees, not a small amount, 2 crore rupees in जीवन अक्षय. तो इसके लिए मैंने उनको बुलाया. तो मैं आपको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि अभी वो पूरी तरह से एक्सप्लेन करेंगे what he feels like. टॉपिक्स आपको मिला होगा. Even if you have not got the topics, that is okay, but he'll talk about single premium market, or who are the people who will go for this, and then he will talk about his experience, how he followed that process. क्योंकि पॉलिसी लाना एक चीज है, उसको निभाना दूसरी चीज है. You get a policy from somebody and make sure कि everything is done properly so that it goes through. तो वो उन्होंने जो किया, hats off to him and he has done a wonderful job. So that is why I have requested him to come and share his views, share his ideas about single premium with you. So I request Mr. Bharadwaj, please come in.
Sir, good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bharadwaj, and thank you for accepting this request, because I thought that all the advisor friends should get benefited from the knowledge and the process which you have gone through. क्योंकि मैं सेल्स की बात कर रहा हूँ. I am my focus is how to get a check, and that is where I would somewhat stop. But after speaking to you, I understood that is in this case, in such a big premium case, it is not the only thing. There are a lot of things one has to. मैं आपसे अंडरस्टैंड करके सबको बता सकता था, but I thought let it come from the horse's mouth. Let it come from the person who has done it himself. So that is why I requested. So I request you to enlighten our advisor friends. Please, the stories. Okay, one more thing. I'm sorry, I have not introduced you, Mr. Bharadwaj. Uh, he has done. He has achieved Galaxy also, and I'm sure this year he will be crossing TOT. And he has got huge experience. He was working in one fashion successful. उनका जो अप्रोच है वो प्रोफेशनल है. I have seen that he goes to customer to help him, not help himself. So he wants to understands the customer. सुनोगे so entirely आप समझ लो, behave the way he is with the customer, कि उसको हमें पूरी तरह से समझना है और उसको एक solution देना है that will help him in his life. So Mr. Bharadwaj, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prashant sir, for the fantastic introduction and also this opportunity for me to.
I'm not able to hear. I think you're on mute.
No, I am on microphone, sir.
No, okay. Sorry.
Right.
Got it. Sorry.
Okay. So yes, thank you once again for the wonderful opportunity that you've given me to interact with my advisor friends and share my success story. Um, Good evening, my dear advisor friends from all over the country. It's a pleasure to interact with you. Let me open up my brief PPT presentation. Hope you're able to see this. All right. So I'm from the city of Bangalore. I am on a mission to guide 100,000 families lead a financially dignified life. In fact, this very session that I'm having with you as well is a part of that mission. So what can you expect from today's session? My friends, what you can expect from today's session is certainly uncommon knowledge, most of which you would never ever find on Google or in any other training programs when it comes to especially single premium, because all these are out of my personal experiences. Right. So as you already have the agenda of today's session, single premium market overview. As financial advisors, I'm sure all of us are aware that the nearest competition for our single premium policies, which is primarily annuity plans, that is Jeevan Akshay and Jeevan Shanti, is the bank fixed deposits. Today's bank fixed deposit stands at approximately 200 lakh crores. Now, what becomes important here for us as advisors is when we meet our clients and prospects, it becomes important for us to educate them first on the fact that there are two types of deposits for investors in India. They only know of one, they don't know of the other. That's because we are to be blamed. That's because we have not educated them about it. Tell them there are two types of deposits. One that they are aware of, which is liquid deposits or bank fixed deposits, which they can come out of any time. They can, जब भी उनकी मर्जी होती है वो ब्रेक कर सकता है. जो चीज उनको मालूम नहीं है वो लॉक डिपॉजिट्स है. So our annuity plans in Shanti and Akshay are nothing but locked deposits. And tell them also the definition of locked. Locked means your principal is locked as well as your interest rate is locked for lifetime. Friends, I'm not going to get into the technicalities of Akshay and Shanti today. I'm going to talk mostly about the sales aspect of it. I'm going to give you tips on how you can enhance your own performance when it comes to single premium policies in your business. So only when you have educated them about the difference between liquid and locked deposits or FDs, you can then consider proposing to the customer, asking him to port a part of his fixed deposits from liquid to locked. So now go back to the first point. I was talking to you about the volume of FD market in India, 200 lakh crores. Even if we were to bring 10% of that into Akshay and Shanti, can you think about the result? It's going to be 20 lakh crore rupees. That's going to be the amount that will be flowing into LIC from the FD market. I'm talking of only 10%, not more. That's the power of these two plans. So one of the common objections or problems which advisors face when it comes to single premium, and in fact, that's the reason why also most advisors don't focus on single premium. Everybody's happy selling 25,000, 50,000, 1 lakh and 20,000 annual premium in conventional plans. They don't focus on annuity plans or single premium because the figures are large. And then also because the number of objections and the type of objections they get from customers are so many and so powerful objections that an advisor mostly finds it difficult to address. Therefore, it's important for us as financial advisors, as masters of our business, to prepare antidote for any such objections or problems we may come across while talking about these plans to our clients and prospects. So what I mean by antidote is, it's so funny. Indian investors, especially the senior citizen investors, they have some sort of unfound fear in their mind when it comes to liquidity of their investments. So their investments could be mostly in fixed deposits, sometimes in mutual funds and shares. And they keep it in this way because for them, liquidity is a big deal. They want to be able to come out of it. They want to be able to liquidate it whenever they please. Of course, the most common reason would be for medical expenses, unforeseen medical emergencies. Now, I'll talk about that a bit in detail. Apart from medical emergencies, honestly speaking, there is no other requirement as such for a senior citizen to want liquidity in his investments, because after 60, 65, he should have fulfilled all his family obligations, his own retirement planning, and his liabilities and so on. So there should be no requirement for liquidity. But still, like I said, Indian investors have some unfound fear in their mind. They do not know why they want liquidity, but they want it. Now, talking about antidote, focus on health. The main reason why a senior citizen wants liquidity when it comes to his investments is for unforeseen medical emergencies. Guys, think about it. As financial advisors, we have to ensure that whether we are working with 50 clients, 500 clients, or 5,000, every family needs to have adequate health insurance. The moment you make sure that all our clients are covered adequately as far as health insurance is concerned, and when I say adequate, let me specify what is the definition of adequate. Any health insurance less than 50 to 100 lakhs of rupees is not considered adequate. Please note, we are in 2024 and today's requirement is minimum 50 lakhs, preferably 1 crore. You can achieve this via a combination of options in the market. There are so many, there are dozens and dozens of them. Go figure them out. Make sure that your customer does not give a reason saying, I want to liquidate my investment for any unforeseen medical emergencies. So kill that with your antidote in advance. Lastly, as far as the market is concerned, I believe that it is our moral responsibility as financial advisors to educate our clients on the existence of such kind of wonderful plans like Jeevan Akshay and Jeevan Shanti, and therefore prevent financial frauds happening in our country. Let me tell you once again, I hail from the city of Bangalore. I read in the papers every single day on how crores and crores of hard-earned monies of people in general and senior citizens in particular are getting siphoned off through frauds, all types of frauds, daylight robberies, right from courier scams to inheritance scams, all types of frauds happening in broad daylight, and people are losing their hard-earned money. And I'm not talking of thousands of rupees, I'm talking of lakhs and lakhs per person. Who is to be blamed for all these frauds and scams happening in our country? I would say the financial advisor community in the country of India. They are to be blamed because we failed to reach the homes of these people to educate them or give them financial literacy, and because of which a fraudster or a scamster reached these homes before we could reach, and he was able to take away all their hard-earned money. So I think more than everything, we have a moral responsibility in our profession to the community at large. And when it comes to the market of single premium, it's really important to understand how to place your product. I have to say that I was lucky enough to attend one of the sessions of Mr. Prashant Sawant, I think 2-3 years ago, I can't remember, where he said again and again and again that Shanti and Akshay is not a ordinary product. It is not meant for ordinary or lower middle class people. It is a HNI product. The product is so beautifully designed by the actuary of LIC that It is meant for HNIs and HNIs only. So it's really important for us to make sure that we place this product properly and not with Tom, Dick, and Harry. So before I continue, a quick request to all my friends, for those who are watching on YouTube, please hold on to your questions, if any, towards the end of the session. There's a specific time slot given for question and answers. So we shall take your questions and help you with the answers. So please hang on till then and just be with me. So what could be some challenges in finding single premium customers? Well, simply focus on your existing clients, because you know your existing clients, their background, their family background, their financial portfolio, their needs and their goals. You more or less have an idea of what it is. Okay, so there is no need to do cold calls or try to find new prospects as such, because your existing clients, you'll be surprised, could give you single premium. Yes, you heard me. And of course, senior citizens is a really important target market for us as far as single premium is concerned, for reasons I explained to you already. One is to prevent fraud from happening on their bank accounts. Number two is to let them know the importance of these kind of plans and the kind of value that these plans can add to them and their families and to their retirement life. So focus on those who are above 55, 60. There's a lot of scope there, trust me. In fact, most of my single premium comes from people above the age of 60. People who are loaded with real estate. You come across people in your contact circle, your existing clients or prospects who you know are loaded with real estate. Do focus on them. You'll be surprised to know that Indian investors, especially those who are heavily invested in real estate, are slowly trying to come out of it one after the other, because they all are realizing that holding on to real estate after a certain point, after a certain age, is nothing but a nightmare. It's a headache that they don't want. You could be that angel who would help them get relieved of the headache by helping them port from real estate to virtual estate. And you might have one challenge in finding single premium customers, especially if you're targeting the lower middle class who prefer to live on subsidies. You will definitely face this. You did have heard people telling us, no, I want to invest. Of course, now it's not there, but previously we used to have the Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandana Yojana. There still is the central government subsidized senior citizen saving scheme, the post office monthly income scheme, and so on and so forth. So please understand for yourself, first of all, that these are all subsidized schemes. And many Indian consumers and investors, even today, love to live on subsidies. Such kind of consumers and investors are not your target market if you're talking about Akshay and Shanti. I repeat, because Akshay and Shanti is an HNI product. And an HNI will not be bothering about government subsidies, right? So be very clear on who you're targeting. Whatever the case, as salespeople, as financial advisors, it's important for us to know that people in general love radio, isn't it? So people, when it comes to radio, what is it? It is 93.5 FM, 91 FM, and so on. FM is frequency modulation. In the same way, a customer across the world, no matter which industry, he's tuned into one radio station, one FM, which is called as WIIFM. That is, what is in it for me? As a financial advisor, ask yourself, what does the customer want out of this meeting of yours? What is it for the customer if he were to have Akshay or Shanti in his portfolio? What are the benefits he is going to receive and get? So let him know about it. Make him understand that. Definitely not the other way around. What is in it for me? How much commission am I going to get? How much of incentive I am going to get? Am I going to get renewal commission or not? These are all not the questions to be asked. It's always the customer side. What's in it for the customer? So what type of profile of customers should be meant for your single premium business? Like I said already, HNIs, high net worth individuals, people with multiple properties, focus on them, chief executive officers, CFOs, CEOs, CMOs, like chief marketing officers, chief information officer, and so on and so forth. These are people because these are fantastic prospects for your single premium, because when they get their bonuses, incentives, or their ESOP, when they liquidate them, they get lakhs and crores. And such monies have to be rightfully parked in safe portfolio like Akshay and Shanti. These can be a very good prospects for us. Like I said in the previous slide, it's also important for you to know who to avoid. It's really important to avoid those prospects of people who live on subsidies and try to compare those products with your Akshay and Shanti. They are not the right prospects for you. Please drop them. Understand the difference between salt and sugar. चीटी किसके पास जाती है? शक्कर के पास, नमक के पास नहीं ना. So in the same way, in our prospect list, we need to understand who's sugar, who is salt. So also focus on businessmen or entrepreneurs who may not have succession planning. Their children are not coming into that business. So what are these people going to do after they come out of business? They can't be working forever. So once they come out of business, once they close the shop, how is their income going to come? If you don't help them park their profits accumulated over the years into safe portfolio like Akshay and Shanti, where will the money come from for their retirement? Another item in the agenda was advantages of single premium investments for customers. You'll be surprised to know that I'm sure there are more than 20, but I found 20 powerful features, benefits, and advantages in this wonderful product, Akshay and Shanti. I shall be maybe deliberating this if time permits towards the later half of the session. And another item in the agenda was objection handling when it comes to Akshay and Shanti. This, I'm sure, is best handled by way of question and answers towards the end of the meeting today. I think that brings us to the most important topic of today, which is how did I collect 2 crores? So how did I really collect 2 crores? And in what time span did it happen? It happened, friends, in 2 weeks, this month ending today. Between the 12th, which was the opening day for LIC in India for new business of this year, and today being the last day of the month. I'm sure you also know of the various programs and contests and schemes being run by our corporation to motivate advisors for bringing in more and more single premium. So you can, I don't need to elaborate or deliberate that for you. So this premium of 2 crores was gotten in the last couple of weeks from the same customer, who is an American customer, NRI, settled back in India. So he wanted to make this investment, and he was not a known person for me. He was a new prospect. One of my clients, who's a company secretary, he is the one who connected this customer to me. And I'm sure you'd be very keen to know the nitty-gritties, the modalities of how I did this. How could I convert this business and then make it happen for myself? So I'm going to get into the nuts and bolts of the details so that you can understand. First is recommendation. Friends, I would like to say that one of my very favorite mentors in this profession had told me some years ago, काम ऐसा करो कि तेरा नाम हो जाए और वही नाम से तेरा काम हो जाए. This statement hit me very hard, and I'm very proud and glad to say that I'm in that stage of my profession right now where, without asking, I keep getting, I used to say the word referrals before. Now I have to use the word recommendation. I get recommended by my existing clients and contacts to new prospects. every day, trust me, I get nothing less than 5 referrals in my business for one thing or the other. It can be for an investment, it can be for insurance, it can be health insurance, it can be anything. So that's the first step. I got recommended. So when this company secretary, friend and client of mine called from the customer's place saying, so Bharadwaj, this client wants to make an investment of 3.5 crores in a plan where he gets some he gets some monthly income, and can you help this client out? He said there's also the customer's bank who is calling him continuously and asking him to put money in annuity plans. These people, how they work. They all work for their commission and their bonuses and incentives. So I was telling the customer that I know my friend Bharadwaj who can help you with this thing. So I interrupted him and told him saying, I know, yes, you're right, Vijesh. He's the one who introduced me. I said, it's true that the banks, they work only for commission, their own foreign trips and this and that. But please tell the client that I work not for commission, but I'm on a mission to guide people. So with that as a beginning, he connected me to the customer and asked me, so when can you come and meet the customer? He asked me. I said, it was a Saturday. I told him, how about 3 p.m. today? Or would 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow be better? So he asked the customer, and the customer said, 3 p.m. today seems fine. So there you go. I was there at the client's place that same day, 3 p.m. sharp. So I had to have this meeting with the customer with some sense of urgency and precision, in the sense discipline with regard to time. Now, the reason most financial advisors in India are not successful is because they do not display a sense of punctuality and discipline when it comes to their profession and clients. So every little thing that you do or even you don't with your customer or prospect can make or break your business. Please note that. Of course, as salespeople, we all have been taught by different trainers to maintain or to cultivate preliminary pleasantries. I had to speak to the customer to know about his background, what's his education, how did he go to the US, and when did he come back, and what's the reason he got back to India, although he was having American citizenship. What are his future plans? What about his family? He's a divorcee, and so on. I had to get all these information. And of course, I had to also spend like 30 to 40 seconds giving my own self-introduction. I did not spend too much time on myself because I've already been recommended. I don't need to again pat my own back and blow my trumpet. There's no need for it, absolutely. So I gave all the time to the customer to speak. And I'm sure you would agree with me that as financial advisors, हमें बहुत खुजली होती है कि हमें ही बात करते रहना, हम ही बात करते रहना, okay? कस्टमर को कम बात करने के लिए मौका देना, which is not correct, not at all fair. Okay, so I learned it in my BNI membership that we've been given 2 ears and 1 mouth, therefore use them proportionately. So I gave all my ears to this customer. He went on to disclose and detail his personal life, his needs, his expenses, what are his future plans, and so on and so forth, how much money he has got to invest, and what did his bank tell him. His bank is ICICI Bank. So ICICI Bank was heavily pressurizing this customer, asking him to put in money into their annuity plans. And he said, no, I'm talking to my chartered accountant, company secretary, and he will tell me what to do. And he had kept them at a distance. And I went in at the right time. So after learning all these things, then came understanding the customer's pain points. But before I continue, my friends, I would like to share something really important, because today, of course, yes, I'm going to share information on how I really did collect that 2 crore rupees. Fine. But that's about me. It's about my success story. What about you? Of course, I'm going to give tips and ideas on how you can do it too. But then this whole subject of this single premium today, which our corporation is so finding it difficult to get in as business tools advisors is such a beautiful and a voluminous area or topic that I thought, why not devise some kind of a program or a workshop, which is like a series of maybe broken up into 3 parts, and then impart all the ideas, all my learnings and selling points to all of you so that you can also do better in your profession. Okay, so let me quickly go on to that slide. Just a moment. Yes. So here you go. Mastery of sales process of single premium policies, broken into 3 parts. Online workshop by Bharadwaj, it's myself. Session number 1 of 3 is going to comprise of the following things. That is single premium concept, single premium policies, strength, single premium policies, needs, how to position single premium policies for big premium, LIC strengths in single premium investments, financial education, which is our moral responsibility towards our community. Session number 2 of 3 would be talking about Jeevan Akshay and Shanti product details. Remember, I was talking to you about 20 unique features, advantages, and benefits of this plan. So that's going to be covered here, because just to talk about those 20 features and benefits, it's going to take minimum 30 to 45 minutes. So there's no way I will be able to cover that today. Then how to do need analysis for Jeevan Akshay and Shanti. What should be your sales pitch? How about handling objections? Because you're going to get, because the number of objections I have come across for Akshay and Shanti plans over the last 5-6 years of my active being in this profession is so many that I should say that I'm happy to announce or share that I have mastered the art of handling these objections and overruling them and helping the client with appropriate answers. That does not mean that every objection handled well should necessarily lead to a sale, but it's really important for us to be able to make the client be at peace and be at comfort when it comes to his concerns, his pain points, or his objections. Underwriting management. Now, just because you got a business from a client, you got the customer's check, the proposal form, and the other supporting details, you go and log in. Don't think it's going to just get done like that. It's not cakewalk. There are several other steps without taking care of which the proposal would not get completed, or even if it gets completed, it might get reversed in the next few days. There are multiple things to be discussed there. So I was therefore, in fact, this whole session that I'm doing today, this free session, was upon the compulsion and insistence of Mr. Prashant Sawant, because he said, and the kind of information and knowledge you have about this particular topic is so much that I think people have to benefit. Your friends in your profession have to also take home learnings and then apply them in their lives and do well for themselves and their clients also. So that's when, since he insisted, I said, okay, fine, let me do this. Otherwise, you know that I'm one of you, I'm one like you. I'm not a trainer or anything. I have my own clients and my team to handle. I'm quite busy with that. So that brings us to the last session, that is the session 3 of this workshop, wherein I'm going to talk about porting of property or real estate to Akshay or Shanti using the Benjamin Franklin method. Guys, trust me, this is such a brilliant and a beautiful method of how you're going to walk your customer into Shanti and Akshay by making him ask, saying, "ये मुझे दो, मुझे इसमें करना है, मैं क्या 1 करोड़ दूं या 2 करोड़ करूं इसमें?" That would be his reaction. Also on Jeevan Akshay and Shanti as a banana portfolio. How many financial advisors in India know what is the meaning of banana portfolio? It's unheard of. It is something that I learned myself in the last 2-3 years. Okay. So, and what are the characteristics? There are 6 powerful characteristics of a banana income portfolio, which are there in Akshay and Shanti. What are they? How can you understand them and then reach it to your clients for the clients to know how powerful these products are? And I'm going to definitely share with you a mind-blowing case study of a private wealth manager with direct reference to Jeevan Akshay. This is something which happened in the last 5 to 7 years in the city of Bombay. And this is such a brilliant story. In fact, just this one story or case study would be sufficient for you to handle any objection as far as single premium is concerned. So these are the 3 parts of the workshop, and the schedule is like this. It's going to be on 3 Mondays in the month of May, starting next Monday, 6th, 13th, and 20th. And the timings will be in the evening between 8 and 10 p.m., 2 hours each. The investment for this would be this is a heavily discounted investment already at 8,000 rupees per participant. Of course, all PPTs and recordings will be provided for lifetime. Okay. So as I promised, I shall go back to the previous. Just a moment. So I was talking to you on how I closed this sale in April. I shall go back to that slide before I hand it over back to Mr. Prashant. Yes. So I also understood the customer's background in this case. What were his pain points? What is his monthly expenses? How is he getting that expenses paid now? Is he having any active income and so on? And what are his future expenses going to be? What is the value of his Mediclaim policy? Like I told you, if he doesn't have adequate Mediclaim cover, then what is the point in him investing 1, 2, 3 crore rupees in any investment? He might have to liquidate that tomorrow, right? So I checked with him, and then I learned that he has a medical insurance policy for 25 lakhs of rupees. And as luck would have it, this customer was diagnosed for cancer 1 year ago. Okay. The good part is he has had this policy since 10 years, so he can continue it for lifetime. So up to 25 lakhs of rupees of medical expenses, God forbid, he doesn't need to worry about liquidating anything. So I was in a safe zone to position what I thought was best for the customer. So understanding his background, pain points, and then bank assurance. I had this bank assurance devil where, like I said, ICICI Bank was heavily pressurizing him to sign up for annuity plans with them, and so also some other investment schemes and so on. I had to handle with a lot of calmness. I didn't get perturbed. I told him, saying, first I asked him, what is the objective or purpose of your investment? Guys, most Indian consumers, we all know today, end up signing up for things, whether it is real estate or investments or anything for that matter, without earmarking the purpose for which it is meant or as to what they want to achieve in life. There's this herd mentality. I want to invest in PPF because my cousin has done it, or because my aunt told me. I want to invest in FDs because my colleague also has done the same thing. Okay. I want to invest in shares because my nephew told me, or so on and so forth. So it's absolute madness when it comes to the investment mentality of Indian consumers. It's important to be aware of that. So the objective here in my customer's case was he wanted monthly income for lifetime. I asked him, saying, you just want monthly income for lifetime, or you want government guaranteed monthly income for lifetime? He said, well, if there's such a thing called government guaranteed monthly income, why not? I said, okay, good. Now, here is where I had to open my section 37 of the Life Insurance Act 1956 page, which I have laminated in color ink. It's printed and it's laminated. I had to tell him, the only institution, sir, in the entire world which provides sovereign guarantee for all its investors in cash is this company called as LIC of India. There is no other institution in the world offering this. Now, I told you about the bank assurance devil I was facing. Now, since I was not really concerned about the business as such, or my commission or my incentive or anything as such, I always go and meet my clients as a problem solver. I had to tell my client because he still kept getting distracted now and then because he was uttering the word ICICI Bank, ICICI Bank. They're calling me. Yesterday also they called me and they showed me this presentation, take a look at it and so on. I said, look, don't be brand conscious. Let me tell you, sir, that I, as a financial advisor, I'm not married to LIC of India. I'm a financial advisor. I don't even care if this business, what I'm talking about with you, is going to happen or not. I only care about one thing or one person, and that is you. I care for you. I care about you. I care for your money and your income. Okay. And to secure that and to give you proper guidance on that or in that direction is my responsibility. But if you are brand conscious, आपको HDFC से ही खरीदना है, ICICI से ही खरीदना है या SBI लाइफ इंश्योरेंस से खरीदना है, मैं ही दे सकता हूं. That's why I mentioned here multi-brand relationship. How many advisors in India have tied up with insurance brokers? Hardly any. It's high time, friends, tie up with insurance brokers so that you have access to multiple brands in the market, so that for those few clients or prospects who come to you and they're so brand conscious, you don't need to say, oh, SBI Life क्या मैं उसके साथ काम नहीं करता हूँ, मैं सिर्फ LIC से करता हूँ, मैं सिर्फ आदित्य बिरला से काम करता हूँ. ऐसी बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. It's like a doctor saying, a doctor will never say, I will give you medicines only from Cipla or Dr. Reddy's laboratories. He's bothered about solving the pain of the patient. Exactly why you should also function as a financial doctor. So therefore, another interesting thing here is that it's really important that, see, when as a life insurance advisor, when you go meet people, please understand there's the word life there. Now, you're talking about the life of the customer, his or the investor, his pain points, his desires, his goals, his wants, his everything. In the process, you will discover a lot of information that might not be directly connected to you. Example, this customer of mine has a property in Telangana and he wants to liquidate that. Now, and he was very desperate to liquidate that. He said, I don't want it's becoming a burden. I've survived cancer. I don't want to be holding that property and then add on to all my headache and everything. I want to be asset light. I said, I've got friends all over the country, sir. Tell me yes, give me the copy of the property papers and I shall help you liquidate it. It might take time. It might take 2 months or even 2 years, but I shall help you with everything that I can in my capacity to liquidate this property. He said, please do it. And please don't tell me you're going to do it for free. Please charge me a fee. In fact, this very meeting, what you're having with me also, you did not tell me what is your fee. Please. Because I come from the US. Okay, we don't take people's time for free. So I want to know what is your fee for this meeting. I'll be very happy to pay. This was the relationship I was having with this client. Right? So therefore, it's high time, friends, that you consider increasing your income like I did in my case. Just think about it. Think about the remuneration that I received out of this business, which I closed today. Plus, you'll be surprised to know I'll be getting more than ₹1 lakh as consultancy fee from this client for all the work I'm already doing for the client, including that which I'll be doing in the coming months for him. And the fee might be even more than 1 lakh if the value addition I'll be giving to the client is going to be more. Think about increasing your income and not decreasing your commission. अफसोस की बात है कि बहुत सारे COT या TOT लोगों के पास MDRT का कमीशन भी नहीं बचता. That's because of the cancer of rebating. And lastly, one of the things I did with this client was I had 2 or 3 meetings with the client, and all the meetings within the same day by night, I would send minutes of the meeting to the customer. We discussed these 6-7 items, and these are all the actions to be taken, and these are all the dates by when they need to be closed, and here we are. So when you work with a client in this way, that lets the client know that he's dealing with a professional, and then you can start charging a fee of whatever you think is reasonable. Remember, when you start calling people for business, you're a salesman. When customers start calling you, you're an expert. You call the shots. With that, I just want to say one last thing before I hand it over back to Mr. Prashant. As far as today's session was concerned, most Indian investors do not know that wealth preservation is in fact more important than wealth creation. Wealth creation can keep happening, but if the investor is not preserving it properly, and if we are not advising him properly, that wealth can get eroded for n number of reasons. Thank you for hearing me out. I'll be open to questions and answers in a few moments from now. Over to you, Mr. Prashant. Wealth creation can keep happening, but if the investor is not preserving it properly, and if we are not advising it properly, that wealth can get eroded.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Excellent session. A lot of value additions. Can you have that slide again? That third slide where you have the pricing and the dates. तो अभी हम लोग क्वेश्चन आंसर का सेशन करेंगे. आपको जो भी क्वेश्चन है चैट बॉक्स, विल रिक्वेस्ट मिस्टर भारद्वाज टू आंसर. ठीक है. तो अभी ये जो प्रोग्राम है वो मंडे से शुरू हो रहा है, 6 मई, और एवरी मंडे चलेगा. इसका पीपीटी रिकॉर्डिंग आपको मिलेगा. इट इज 8 to 10. अभी देखो ये जो मिस्टर भारद्वाज उन्होंने जो बोला है बहुत जबरदस्त चीज है. जैसे बनाना पोर्टफोलियो. दूसरा बहुत जबरदस्त बात उन्होंने बोला कि रेफरल नहीं मिलता है, रिकमेंडेशन मिलता है. रिकमेंडेशन मतलब 80% काम हो गया है. बिकॉज पॉलिसी हम लोग जब बेचने जाते हैं ना तो पहले खुद को बेचना पड़ता है. जब आदमी खुद बिक गया तो बाकी चीजें बिक जाएंगी. अब रिकमेंडेशन मतलब आई नो हिम, आई ट्रस्ट हिम, गो अहेड विद. दूसरा एचएनआई सेगमेंट का व्हाट आई जस्ट गैदर्ड, लाइक वन थिंग व्हिच मिस्टर भारद्वाज सेड वाज मॉम, दैट इज मिनट्स ऑफ मीटिंग. वैसा मैं इसका भी मिनट्स ऑफ मीटिंग बना रहा हूँ. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वी लर्न. तो एचएनआई में नॉलेज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एचएनआई आदमी के सामने बैठने के बाद अगर हमको नॉलेज आधा है तो दैट विल बी अ प्रॉब्लम. जैसे अभिमन्यु हैड हाफ नॉलेज, ही डाइड. तो नॉलेज पूरा होना चाहिए. दूसरा ही मेंशन ही रीच्ड एट 3 PM शार्प. ये बहुत बड़ा पॉइंट है कि 3 बजे मतलब 3 बजे, 3 बज के 10 मिनट में 3 नहीं बजेगा. 3 बजे वी हैव टू बी देयर. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट आई वुड से, ये जो सेशन आप करेंगे उसमें 20 USPs आपको जो मालूम पड़ेगा. ये जो 20 USPs है विच विल रियली हेल्प यू कलेक्ट 5 करोड़ रुपीज ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ नेक्स्ट फ्यू मंथ्स. और आपका एमडीआरटी हो जाएगा 5 करोड़ इसमें प्रीमियम में. दूसरा ये जो पॉइंट है कि लोग क्या कर रहे हैं कि स्टॉक मार्केट में पैसा कमाते हैं. अभी स्टॉक मार्केट ऊपर जा रहा है एंड दे आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन रियल एस्टेट एंड बाइंग जीवन अक्षय या जीवन शांति. ये बहुत जबरदस्त चीज है. दैट इज अ राइट वे, दैट शुड बी द वे. बिकॉज इन इंडिया देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड फाइनेंशियलाइजेशन ऑफ सेविंग. वो नहीं है. पीपल, आवर 95% मनी इज इनटू गोल्ड एंड रियल एस्टेट. 95%, which is shocking. And in America, financial savings are more than 60%. In India, financial savings are around 5%. Or 5% maybe 60 to 70% है बैंक FDs. So it is actually going, मतलब वो शॉकिंग है जब बाहर की कंट्रीज में कोई बात करता है. अमेरिका में कोई देखते हैं क्या इतना पैसा रियल एस्टेट में है. बट दिस इज गोइंग टू चेंज. ये चेंज होने वाला है और रियल एस्टेट का पैसा फाइनेंशियलाइजेशन होगा, फाइनेंशियल प्रोडक्ट्स में आएगा. बैंक एफडी तो ऑलरेडी बहुत ज्यादा है, उसको पीपल नो कि व्हाट इज बैंक एफडी. लेकिन वो पैसा आएगा कंपनी लाइक LIC वो आर डूइंग जीवन अक्षय, जीवन शांति ऐसे प्रोडक्ट में पैसा 100% आएगा. आई एम टेलिंग यू, आपको जाना पड़ेगा. दूसरी बात आप देखोगे, देखो इसमें क्या मालूम है कि आप देखोगे इनका, एज आई सी मिस्टर भारद्वाज, यू कैन HNI कस्टमर को वो कनेक्ट हो जाएंगे. HNI कस्टमर को उनका जो बिहेवियर है, द वे इज कम्युनिकेटिंग, द वे हिज नॉलेज इज, उनके बात करने के बाद जो तरीका है. अगर मैं 1000 करोड़ का मालिक हूँ तो मैं बोलूंगा यार ये आदमी का सुनना चाहिए, ये आदमी क्या बोल रहा है मुझे समझने दो. जैसे मैंने उनसे बात की, मुझे बहुत ही ज्यादा अच्छा लगा. मैंने बोला यार आप सबको बताओ, ये मेरे जो LIC एडवाइजर फ्रेंड्स हैं उनको आप डायरेक्टली बताओ. तो उसी तरह से अभी आप लोग बोले कि मुझे समझा नहीं उन्होंने क्या बोला ऐसा. आपको समझ में आ जाए कि HNI ऐसे ही बात करेंगे. आज मिस्टर भारद्वाज को आप देखो वैसे ही एचएनआई लोग बात करेंगे. इफ यू कैनॉट कनेक्ट विद मिस्टर भारद्वाज, यू विल बी वोंट बी एबल टू कनेक्ट विद एचएनआई. एनीवे, तो ये प्रोग्राम मेरे को लगता है आपने करना चाहिए, बिकॉज यू हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम समबडी हु इज ऑलरेडी डूइंग इट इन अ बिग वे. करोड़ का प्रीमियम लाना आसान नहीं है. ही टोल्ड मी वन थिंग व्हिच आई वाज नॉट नोइंग. देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड पीपीसी. पीपीसी, दैट इज पॉजिटिव पे कंफर्मेशन. अगर कोई भी चेक 2 लाख के ऊपर का है तो पॉजिटिव पे कंफर्मेशन लेना पड़ता है, नहीं तो चेक क्लियर नहीं होता है. एंड दैट इज व्हाट ही टोल्ड मी. इट इज अ ग्रेट वैल्यू एडिशन टू माय लर्निंग ऑल्सो. लेकिन 1 करोड़ का चेक लाना है और पीपीसी भी लाना है, आसान नहीं है. इसके लिए मैं आपको बोलूंगा कि प्लीज यू अटेंड दिस सेशन. यू विल गेट लॉट ऑफ इनपुट्स विच यू कैन रियली यूज, and you can really use them into market and collect huge premium. Because मेरे हिसाब से जीवन अक्षय, जीवन शांति, they are miracle, they are miraculous. कस्टमर के कान में घुसाओगे वो लेगा. We don't have to sell, we have to tell. जितने ज्यादा लोगों को बताएंगे वो काम हो जाएगा. और ये 8,000 का जो फीस है अभी, what I'm going to tell you is for next 15, that is 10 15 up to next अप टू 10:15, दैट इज रात को 10:15 तक अगर आप लेते हो तो यू विल गेट इट फॉर 3,999. एंड नाउ यू हैव टू पे ओनली 1999, दैट इज 1999. आपको अभी 1999 भरना है. और सेशन के पहले, मंडे को जो सेशन होगा उसके पहले बाकी का 2,000 भरना है. इफ यू ऑल द पीपल हु आर गोइंग टू टेक द डिसीजन इन नेक्स्ट 15 मिनट्स, उनके लिए दिस इज 3,999. उसमें से आपको 1,999 अभी भरना है और 2,000 आपको May 6 को भरना है. कल ये प्राइस मिलेगा नहीं, बिकॉज आई वांट एडवाइजर्स टू टेक क्विक डिसीजंस. बिकॉज डिसीजन मेकिंग एबिलिटी इज वन ऑफ द एबिलिटीज विच इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर सक्सेस. अगर हम लोग सोचेंगे करता हूँ देखता हूँ खलास हो जाता है. राजीव गांधी का देखो क्या हुआ. यू हैव टू टेक इमीडिएट डिसीजन. जो भी है मेरे ख्याल से ये गोल्ड है और ये सेशन इज वर्थ 80,000. मेरे को पूछोगे तो इट इज वर्थ 80,000 की मेरे ख्याल से वैल्यू है. वैल्यू इज 80,000. यू आर गेटिंग इट एट, if you take immediate action, it will be only 3,999. You have to pay. मेरा जो नंबर है, I will just add. Can you add that number in the PPT, Mr. Bharadwaj? That payment number. Can you make the change, please? You can remove that number because sometimes it gets confusion. So you can put the number which my number so that they can pay. यू कैन ऑल. आप लोग, आपको अनिल जो है उनको आप कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो. आप में से बहुत सारे लोगों के पास उनका कांटेक्ट डिटेल्स होगा. या यू कैन कांटेक्ट मी, माय नंबर आई एम एडिंग. तो अगर आपको और जानना है तो यू कैन सेंड मी द मैसेज. सो आई विल आस्क अनिल और हेमंत भाई टू टॉक टू यू. और यू कैन सेंड द पेमेंट राइट नाउ इन नेक्स्ट 15 मिनट्स टू द नंबर विच वी आर गोइंग टू ऐड. हाँ, मिस्टर लॉरेंको, इट इज 8,000, बट इफ यू आर taking a decision in next 15 minutes, it will be 3,999. 3,999 for people who are taking decision in next 15 minutes, and you have to pay only 1,999 now. 1,999 अभी भर सकते हो आप. बाकी 2,000 you can pay. हाँ, perfect, Mr. Lauren, you got it right. PPT I'm not able to see. Are you? वो पूरा ये हुआ है शायद वर्कशॉप शेड्यूल में क्लीन नहीं दिख रहा है. इफ यू कैन अगेन रीशेयर. तो शायद ओपन हो रहा है. नो, आई डोंट नो व्हाई इट इज नॉट वेरी क्लियर. हेजी है. इफ यू सी द यूट्यूब वन, इट वो पूरा ये आपको भी दिख रहा है ना. मिस्टर भारद्वाज, यू मस्ट बी सीइंग, इट इज नॉट वेरी क्लियर. आई डोंट नो
दिख
व्हाई.
रहा है, एक मिनट मैं इसको देखूंगा एक और बार.
हाँ,
अभी
थैंक यू.
ठीक है.
So this is the number. If you want, by 10 now this is 9:56. By 10:15 you will be getting it for 3,999 only, and you have to pay 1,999. आपको 3,999 में मिलेगा. आपको अभी 1,999 खाली भरना है. 1 रुपया कम. हाँ प्रकाश, मैंने बोला ना कि आपका ये 8,000 का प्रोग्राम है. आपको इसको डिस्काउंट में मिलके 3,999 में मिलेगा. अभी आपको सिर्फ 1,999 भरने. Okay, so that's about it. I will not take any more time. So please, you can shoot the questions. आपके जो questions होंगे आप chat box में डालो, and we will take them one by one. For next 5-10 minutes, we'll do that. तो question आप जो भी आपको questions है वो chat box में डालो please. Let the slide be here, Mr. Bharadwaj, and we can take the. If you are on YouTube, that is okay. Otherwise, I can tell you the questions. नहीं फिर अभी भी कुछ लोग पूछ रहे हैं भैया देखो इसका फीस है आज अगर आप लेंगे 10:15 बजे तक तो 4,000 रुपये फीस है अभी 2,000 देना है और 6 मई के पहले 2,000 देना है इट विल बी 4,000 डिस्काउंट 50% डिस्काउंट होगा आपको अभी सिर्फ 2,000 देना है और May 6 के पहले 2,000 देना है तो इफ यू वांट टू बुक इट फॉर 50% पे 2,000 राइट नाउ प्रकाश इज सेइंग सर हाउ टू पुश सिंगल प्रीमियम देयर इज नथिंग लाइक पुशिंग यू हैव टू गो एंड मीट द कस्टमर्स आप कस्टमर को मिलो और उनको बताओ कि एलआईसी क्या कर रहा है एलआईसी जो कर रहा है जीवन अक्षय जीवन शांति के माध्यम से नोबडी एल्स इज डूइंग आपको कस्टमर को मिलना पड़ेगा ऑल पॉलिसीज बीइंग पोस्टपोन दीज आर वेरी स्मॉल क्वेश्चंस प्रकाश भाई आई डोंट थिंक मिस्टर दिस क्वेश्चंस डिजर्व मिस्टर भारद्वाज अटेंशन आल्सो पोस्टपोन हो रहा है तो और केसेस ओपन करो ना आपको क्या लगता है हर एक का होता है एनीबडी जो भी मार्केट में आप सेल्स करने जाओगे तो पोस्टपोन तो होगा ही वी हैव टू हैव मोर नंबर ऑफ प्रोस्पेक्ट्स टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन कुछ है क्या वो बताओ ये जब तो नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन है वो पोस्टपोन हो रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ सम अदर रीजन नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ आपको जीवन अक्षय जीवन शांति के बारे में कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो पूछो पूछो प्लीज Okay, I don't think anybody has question. They have understood, I think, everything. So they will be, तो Mr. Bharadwaj, thank you very much. It is 10 o'clock now. All of you, आप लोग को जिसको भी करना है 10:15 के पहले 10:15 के पहले you can pay 1,999, that is 2,000 rupees and balance on 6th May. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Okay, Mr. Bharadwaj, thank you very much. Good, the way you explained was tremendous. And I'm sure ये जो वर्कशॉप होगा उसमें उनको डिटेल में सब मालूम पड़ेगा एंड दे विल बी एबल टू मैनेज एंड हैंडल कस्टमर्स with more confidence because confidence is what matters. If they don't believe in themselves, customers will not believe in them and customer will not believe in their policies also.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, sir, as well. Good night.
हाँ अतीन कुमार इसमें जो है ना आपको अभी दिखाया ना क्या क्या टॉपिक्स है उन्होंने अभी बताया था पीपीटी में बट मेनली इसमें जीवन शांति और जीवन अक्षय किस तरह से बेचना चाहिए क्या क्या ऑब्जेक्शंस आएंगे किस तरह उसमें हैंडल करना है 20 यूनिक फीचर्स क्या है ये पॉलिसीज में इसमें बनाना पोर्टफोलियो कैसे बनाना है ये सारी चीजें आपको समझ में आएगी तो यू विल बी कंप्लीटली रेडी टू हैंडल कस्टमर ऑन जीवन अक्षय जीवन शांति फ्रॉम somebody who has already collected 2 crore rupees in last few days ऐसा है और वो सिर्फ आपको इट इज इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ 3,999 4,000 रुपए इन्वेस्टमेंट है अभी आपको खाली 2,000 भरना है 2006 मई के पहले करना है जिसको भी ये ज्यादा लग रहा है तो आई थिंक यू शुड नॉट ज्वाइन एंड मे बी वो बड़ा प्रीमियम लाएगा नहीं तो अगर आपको ज्यादा लगता है इट्स ओके फॉरगेट इट इसको आप वापस देख सकते हो ये यूट्यूब पे रहेगा यू कैन यू कैन यूज इट अगेन अगेन ओके आई एम गेटिंग फ्यू पेमेंट्स
एक एक चीज
तो
मैं
प्लीज
बताना
टेक दिस
चाहता हूँ
एक्शन इमीडिएटली करो आपको सस्ते में काम हो जाएगा एंड बाकी आपको एनीबडी हैज अगर आप 10:15 बजे तक नहीं हुआ तो प्राइस वोंट बी द सेम देन यू कैन टॉक टू मिस्टर हेमंत और अमित अनिल माय कलीग्स उनसे आप बात कर सकते हो हाँ अतिन काइंडली पे डोंट वरी
मैं एक चीज
हाँ
बताना
कमलेश
चाहता
इज
हूँ
सेइंग
कि
क्लाइंट सेज ही वोंट one second he's saying something let me see can you see that Kamlesh what he's saying
he's saying that client says that he will not live for too long, so I don't need this plan.
Client says he won't live for long. Okay. Client is not God. Nobody knows when he's going to go. Nobody knows when the person is going to die. It is a nonsensical, मतलब not your mistake, कमलेश. ये customer फालतू excuse दे रहा है. उसको लेना नहीं। दैट इज वाई सेइंग कि आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू लिव। उससे वो मरेगा या कोई भी, अमिताभ को ही मालूम निकल जाएगा कि और 100 साल रहे। नोबडी नोस, डोंट वरी। 10 years बैंक बैंक में 7 साल 10 years एफडी है ही नहीं। बैंक में वेरी सेफ्टी, मोस्ट ऑफ द बैंक्स आर गिविंग ओनली 5। एब्सोल्युटली राइट, नो प्रॉब्लम। लेकिन अगर उसको, अगर आप एक्सप्लेन वैल्यू, और इसके लिए कमलेश, यू यू शुड कम एंड अटेंड दिस। कमलेश, यू हैव द, तुम्हारे में ताकत है, तुम ये समझ जाओगे तो आई एम श्योर यू डू अ बिग थिंग। यू शुड डू दिस। नाउ सी, Atin Kumar, see, even if I gave option of 50%, now he has paid full. Now he deserves to be like, he will be one person who will collect crores, I am telling you. That is a mindset.
Correct,
मैं
sir.
बोल रहा हूँ आधा
So
दे
what,
दो, आधा बाद में, he is saying I am paying fully paid full.
so what I wanted to share here, sir, was that first of all,
So this is a
many
जीवन अक्षय जीवन शांति mindset.
so if I may interrupt, so what I was trying to share was that many advisors in
Yeah, yeah.
India, especially LIC advisors, don't even know what is the remuneration or commission they are getting from their mother organization LIC for single premium business. Everybody is under a false impression that they get X percentage of this business.
You please explain. That is a nice
Whereas,
point.
whereas if you were to simply take into account all the incentives, uh, the contests or the campaigns and the trips and so on, LIC has never given remuneration less than 3% in its history. Okay, so you can imagine the offer running for the month of April was 4%, and you can imagine what I have already made on account of my own business. Now, if people are having narrow mindset, or I mean, what can I say? They're so narrow-minded in terms of investing in a valuable education workshop for themselves, then how will you add value to your clients' lives? How will you be able to ever, make those big fat commission checks for yourself? So
Absolutely.
that's one. And business getting delayed and all that, procrastination. I mean, there are two enemies to growth, and there are two enemies to financial planning as well, and they're common. Number one is procrastination. Number two is perfectionism. Okay, this will never take us anywhere. So I can give you one promise, one guarantee rather, like how LIC gives guarantee of return of corpus as well as interest rate for lifetime under both these plans. Similarly, I wish to give a guarantee to all the audience that if any of your objections, any one objection of yours for these two plans is not satisfactorily handled by me in those 3 workshops, your fee shall be refunded. No questions asked.
Very good. सी द कॉन्फिडेंस ही हैज, वेरी गुड। यही तो होना चाहिए, इस तरह का कॉन्फिडेंस है तो ये हो जाएगा। आप लोग जो भी पेमेंट कर रहे हो, मेरे मोबाइल पे स्क्रीनशॉट भेजो, या एटलीस्ट यू राइट आई हैव पेड सो मच, व्हाट एवर अमाउंट, प्लीज राइट, सेंड मी ऑन व्हाट्सएप कि आपने पेमेंट किया है, सो दैट आई हैव आल्सो, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ पेमेंट्स आर कमिंग, तो कंफ्यूजन नहीं होना चाहिए। बिकॉज आपको 6 तारीख को 7 बजे के पहले जूम लिंक मिलेगा। तो इफ यू हैव पेड, लॉरेन को यू हैव पेड, थैंक यू, बट प्लीज confirm me on my WhatsApp so that will remain with me. Lorenko, I got your. Atin, I got it. Naresh, I got it. People, other people, you are not send me the. आप खाली ये दे दो। Atin, you are right. It will be a great value addition, and the way Mr. Bharadwaj operates, उनका जो काम का तरीका है वो सब लोग वो समझ जाओगे तो। और बड़ा प्रीमियम के लिए वो जानना जरूरी है। वी आर वी हैव टू गेट बिग प्रीमियम, इसके लिए इस तरह ये सारी चीजें जानना जरूरी है। ठीक। Appreciate and hats off to him. What he is saying is, अगर एक भी आपको ऑब्जेक्शन हैंडल नहीं हुआ, फुल, बिकॉज ही हैज गॉट दैट कॉन्फिडेंस इन हिमसेल्फ कि आपका जो भी ऑब्जेक्शन होगा वो सॉल्व कर, सेम थिंग कस्टमर को ये बोलेंगे वो, he will say the same to the customer, you tell me what are your objections are, I will handle all. Customer never buys the product, customer never buys the product, customer buys your confidence in your own product. People see this, किसी को मिला 5 करोड़ का एस्टन मार्टिन, 5 करोड़, because they know this is the best. हाँ बोलो.
So,
Yeah, Mr. Bharadwaj, you are saying
so,
something.
so,
Sorry.
so my friends also have to understand that, like I already said before in the session, I'm not in the profession or business of training or anything like that. I'm an advisor. I'm busy with my own 3,000 plus clients and or families that I deal with, and I support every day. And I've got a 10-member team that I also have to handle. Okay, so I do not have time for training as such. But the reason I did this is because Mr. Prashant insisted that all the good practices that I'm following in my profession as far as my clients are concerned, all the wisdom and knowledge that I have gathered over the last 5 to 6 years of my continuous being in this profession has to not stay a secret. It should be imparted, it should be shared with people. Okay, but we all know that free ka koi value nahi hai. Nobody values free giving. So there has to be a value, there has to be an investment or a price for it. And you should also understand and appreciate that uh, if I spend the same amount of time and efforts in my business, okay, I'll get many more crores of business into Shanti. By the way, I have to tell you that I've got 5 crores in the pipeline towards Shanti and Akshay already. This has to materialize in the next 2 to 3 months. It has to happen. Okay, and many more crores by way of porting real estate into Akshay and Shanti. So my time is better spent in that area of my business and profession than training. But this was more to share all the good practices. Okay, like how when it comes to eating or food, जो recipes invent किए गए थे, that has to spread. People have to know about how to make that good food or good dish or cuisine, and the recipe should not stay a secret. It's only with that intent that I agreed with Mr. Prashant Sawant that I will come and then I will share my experiences, my education and knowledge on these matters. There's no other objective, there's no other agenda or intent. So that's about it.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I have seen जैसे मतलब ही इज गोइंग टू जो अंदर सारी बातें बताएंगे उनको, कुछ देर इज नो कि मैं ये नहीं बताऊंगा वो नहीं बताऊंगा, ये बहुत जबरदस्त चीज है, इसके लिए मैं उनको मानता भी हूँ, बिकॉज इफ यू वांट आउटवर्ड सक्सेस यू हैव टू बी गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग इनवर्ड. अगर आप अंदर से अच्छे हो तो आपको बाहर से सक्सेस मिलता है. अभी उनका ऑब्जेक्ट, अभी उनके मतलब ही उनका कुछ फैमिली में उनको कुछ टाइम भी देना है, ही हैज सम कमिटमेंट्स. तो फिर भी आई रिक्वेस्टेड हिम, हालांकि मे मंथ ही इज वेरी टाइड अप विद समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी क्लोज. तो फिर भी उन्होंने बोला कि ठीक है, बिकॉज आई वांट यू पीपल टू अचीव दिस टारगेट एंड यू शुड हियर फ्रॉम द डायरेक्ट फ्रॉम द हॉर्सेस माउथ. इसके लिए मैं आपको, इनको मैं रिक्वेस्ट किया है. और ये ऐसा नहीं है उनका कि मैं 10 चीज मालूम है तो 8 बताऊंगा, 2 अपने पास रखूंगा. मैं जेन्युइनली देख रहा हूँ, ही वांट्स एवरीबॉडी टू गेट दिस बिग प्रीमियम. इट इज अ ग्रेट सर्विस ही इज डूइंग फॉर LIC ऑल्सो. LIC ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए भी वो जो कर रहे हैं बहुत मानना पड़ेगा. सो ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज टेक द बेनिफिट ऑफ दिस. एंड ऑन मंडे 8 PM वी विल स्टार्ट. जो लोग, ओके, आई कैन सी देयर इज वन मिस्टर शिवा शंकर. आप मुझे आपका नंबर मेरे पास, आई डोंट हैव योर नंबर, प्लीज सेंड योर नंबर टू मी. शिवा शंकर, काइंडली सेंड मी स्क्रीनशॉट, or you can say I've paid, that is okay, but send it on my WhatsApp 9820408795, 9820408795. Otherwise, I won't be able to send you the login ID. So please send it to me. Shiva Shankar, please do that. Okay, then, Mr. Bharadwaj, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. And let us meet again on Monday. And my colleagues Anil and Hemant Bhai, they will talk to others and we will have a proper batch. A lot of people will be there. I'm sure we will focus on single premium and get huge premium for LIC, and the customer should benefit and we and LIC should benefit. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Good night.